Alright, I think this thing's working. Let's see. Alright, yeah, everything's working. Okay, I'm going to explain right now how CRT is the dumbest fucking thing in the world and why it's the dumbest fucking thing in the world. Before I actually go on about this, let me just say, who in their fucking right mind doesn't think that we're all one race, one species? If you're so worried about phenotypical differences, you're the racist. That fucking simple. Now that we got that out of the way, and I would encourage people to look up the Human Genome Project. Yeah, the Human Genome Project. Alright, this is why CRT is the dumbest thing in the world. Okay? Because I, according to critical race theory, am a Negroid. Oh yeah, I'm a Negroid, baby. Suck it. And I'm not trans. I'm not transracial. I'm not some Rachel Dolezal. I would be considered a Negroid under their framework, because their framework is about the classifications created by a bunch of dumb fucks who didn't understand genetics or basically the human genome. So what is white? White seems to be this little tiny sliver of European ancestry, including British, German, French, Austrian, Russian, Latvian, Lithuanian. I'm not even sure if the Czechs, any Scandinavian countries, Scandinavia, Finland, Switzerland, they're white. But I'm a Negroid. Do you know why I'm a Negroid? Because I'm Jewish and I'm Irish. Okay? Now you'd be like, yeah, because that's your system. Your system is dumb. It's really, really dumb. Okay? And according to that system, I'm a Negroid because I'm Jewish and I'm Irish. And they were considered Negroid along with the blacks. Okay? So, why are you oppressing me, bruh? Why are you oppressing me? You oppress me like my people were oppressed by the white folk. My people were oppressed by the critical racist folk, right? And the only thing I can think of, the whole reason for this, is because reincarnation is real, and the same souls that fucked up the world last time around are reincarnating as the very people they oppressed. And of course, these souls only know how to oppress people. This is my theory. Is it falsifiable? Probably not. You can't prove it, you can't falsify it because it deals with extra dimensional things. But here's the one thing I can tell you. I'm a Negroid. Alright? So don't you think you can go around repressing me. I want some reparations. I want some reparations right now. Yeah, why not? Your system's dumb. It's incoherent, and besides the fact that it is racism reincarnated, just not even going for a certain type of people, it's going for like just successful people with money that they left their families because of good decisions over a longer period of time than you were conscious of making good decisions. Yeah. So, you CRT people need to just understand you're super fucking racist, and here's also my thing. My evidence to it. Why is it always white chicks complaining about racism, right? Because, like, 70, 80 years ago, it was the same white bitches complaining about blacks. Now it's the same white bitches complaining about blacks, but on another side of the issue. And I think Malcolm X summed it up. Malcolm X fucking summed this shit up. Okay? There is nothing more dangerous to the black community than white progressives. There has never been anything more dangerous to the black community than white progressives. All you people who think that you can start acting that this person deserves something because I don't know them because of their skin color, their phenotype, You are the weirdos. You are the problem. You have always been the problem on this world. And until you realize that you are the problem in the world, there is no fixing the problem. Because every human being's problem dwells within their own heart. That's it. And only through getting your vibrations to the proper frequency, and I'm talking about like not being a little bitch about everything, sucking it up, and like making something of yourself, you are going to either cause suffering for yourself or suffering for others. And in the spiritual world, if you cause suffering, you are the suffering. You are the suffering. You are the source of the suffering. You are the evil. So if you're trying to cause harm on anyone, and I literally mean anyone, no matter how morally righteous you think you are the problem. And if you think that hating one type of people because of what you perceived in history, because you never even learned history, right? If you learned history, you would realize that every, and I mean every, repressive regime says, oh, we're oppressed in history and we need to make up for it. Yeah, so I fully believe that the racists of the KKK, they're reincarnated. They reincarnated as black people because they had to. Because according to the Bhagavad Gita, they have to. They literally have to. Because they have to go through the suffering that they created. Now, do they want to go through the suffering that they created? No, they don't. They want to create suffering for the other group. Which is really funny because artists don't realize this, but they seem to have like a connection to the other realms. And so with that, what was that one movie where they're trying to switch white people into black people's bodies? You know, that's really close and accurate. But again, it's through the lens of Hollywood, which is straight up like Alice through the looking glass. You have to understand that everything in Hollywood is switched up and changed. I would say something about the Dark Knight, but that one, or Dark Knight Rises. But that one's deep. That one goes deep. Yeah. So, critical race theory and why it's dumb is because you critical racists are dumb. You're critical and you're just racist, coming up with your racist ass theories. Little do you know that black people owned black people. In Africa, before there was ever white people there, a lot of the cultures have like proud traditions of slavery. Let's see, Islam basically started the whole thing about being able to treat your slaves like they're not human. Because before that, the term slave meant servant. It was a servile class. Okay? The Egyptians, they had to pay their slaves. Actually, in Egypt, everyone was a slave. Even the administrators were slaves. Yeah. Stupid ass racists being racist ass people. I don't care your color. I don't care your creed. It's either if you're a decent soul or not. But what do I know? I'm just a Negroid. No, aren't I? That's all I got for you. Late.